Oh, boy.
There's no need to take the mickey. Gosh, this is lovely, isn't it? How weird has this last couple of years been?
It's all very strange, isn't it? Very strange indeed.
But
excuse me,
a lot of you people have kept us sane. Well, you know, it's been...
It's all relative, isn't it? I'm just setting my bits and bobs up here. Excuse me, folks.
So, yeah, this, for those of you who don't know, this started... I set this microphone when I was wearing flat shoes and I've got my heels on now. The idea for this came out of the Thursday night Live from the Lounge live streams, where so many people, and I'm looking and seeing some of you, got to know each other online and had never met in the real world. And we thought that we should have a get-together.
And some of you never really wanted to, I suppose, but we're sort of throwing you all together here.
So this is it. And we're here because one of the charities that we raised money for through the live streams was the Sleaford Community Larder, which is run from this place here. So all the money that you've given on raffle tickets, and those of you who've given raffle prizes as well, thank you very much. That is all going to the Sleaford Community Larder as well. And now we better sing some songs, eh?
Yeah, it's a good job you didn't stay at home. We've let everybody down with the live stream. We're just going to try and get this streamed live as well, but the technology's just not working for us. That's why you probably saw me running backwards and forwards from here, looking in a state of stress. Let's just put it that way. But it's not having it. So what can you do? It's also an album launch, as many of you know, the new album, The Passing of the Storm. And a couple of days ago, I was reading an interview in a magazine, Rock and Reel magazine, of Tim Finn. He used to be in Crowded House and Split Ends. And he was talking about touring and saying that it's great to do new stuff, but people still want to hear the greatest hits. We don't have that pressure. So... We're doing all new songs tonight. Well, quite a few new songs. Yeah.
I understand you're nervous. Well, so am I. We've all been living through the strangest of times, keeping our heads down, too long alone. It's hard to understand what's right and what is wrong.
I can't reach it. Hang on.
Let's take it easy now, there's no rush. We can't allow our fears to get on top of us. I feel there's something missing, I bet you do too. But with goodwill, care and patience, we will find another path to guide us through. You might be looking for a sign or a light at the end of the tunnel. You might be singing a song or whispering a prayer. Just keep doing what you do. Keep on doing what you do, 'cause we're getting there. Going well. Some good friends and fine people, have been lost along the way.
We're all looking for a brighter day. Let me be your blanket, let me keep you warm.
We can build a harbour
for the passing of the storm.
You might be
Looking for a sign or a light at the end of the tunnel.
You might be
Singing a song or whispering a prayer. Just keep doing what you do. Keep on doing what you do, 'cause we're getting there. Now I'm sending Wi-Fi hugs to the ones that I love, emoji kisses, hearts and flowers. I can zoom into your room in the afternoon. There's no limits to my powers. Let me be your blanket, let me keep you warm. We can build a harbour for the passing of the storm.
now that we have learned
To look out for each other,
let's make sure we don't forget.
'cause this isn't over, this isn't over yet.
You might be
Looking for a sign or a light at the end of the tunnel.
You might be
Singing a song or whispering a prayer. Just keep doing what you do. Keep on doing what you do, 'cause we're getting there. Just keep doing what you do. Keep on doing what you do, 'cause we're getting there.
Thank you.
That was interesting.
It might have been for you.
So,
Terrifying.
yeah. That's the first time I've ever played that song without moaning about it first.
So you're going to moan about it now?
No. No. So we're going to do you quite a lot of new ones, although some of you know them already. I could see Brian down here knew every word with that one, which worried the out of me. And we'll do some old, I'd like to say old favourites, they're ours, or ones that I wouldn't get out of the house alive tonight if we didn't do. This is another new one.
Yeah. It's a cheery little number. It's all about depression.
Welcome to my world.
But it's been tough, hasn't it? To be fair, you know, I mean, I don't think there's anybody not had a dip over the last couple of years or however long it's been. And yeah, we've all had our moments.
Yes.
Some more than others, eh, Sweet Pea?
Yeah.
Gafo, yeah? We're raring to go.
But we have built a summer house.
Yeah, we have got that, yeah. Black crow, out there in the garden. Black crow, he makes me swear. I turn my head, but I don't see him. I hear his call, I know he's there. Black crow, I know he's waiting, as patient as the livelong day. He visits me when I least expect him. He never strays too far away. If only a golden arrow, if I'd only an archer's eye, I'd raise my bow and hold my breath. Watch that arrow fly. Black crow, he's a mind to wander, no thought for where he spreads his wings. Rich man, poor man, thief or beggar, he has no care for loyalty. If I'd only a golden arrow, if I'd only an archer's eye, I'd raise my bow and hold my breath and watch that arrow fly. Black crow, he might drag me down, but he'll not hold me for too long. For the battles we've had, they have left me ready. They've built me up, they've made me strong. Now I see a golden arrow, it's as sharp as an archer's eye. I'll raise my bow and hold my breath, and I'll watch that arrow fly.
Cardboard boxes abandoned on the floor, packed with clothes and jumble, not much more. Sentimental wreckage, worn out valentines, old keepsakes from another time. Picture hanging from a bedroom wall, a battered old suitcase getting dragged across the floor. It's a cold and loveless room, but it could have been, yes, it should have been so much more. There's a sign up in the garden saying property for rent. We couldn't make the payments, our love has all been spent. I didn't see the change, it's like the dawning of the day. 1 minute
you're in sunshine, the next you're on your way.
It's that space between our heartbeat just before you draw a breath. Who knows what happens next? Now the rooms are full of echoes and there's shadows on the walls. All we have are ghosts and memories behind locked doors. Drop the keys back through the letterbox, turn around and walk away. So much we're missing, nothing left to say. There's a sign up in the garden saying property for rent. We couldn't make the payments, our love had all been spent. Thank you very much. I've got a confession. I had a crib sheet.
Could be here all night.
down
She's
here.
got a confession to tell you.
It's not that kind of church,
Make
Dave,
yourselves
it's fine.
comfortable.
I had a crib sheet down here with just like the first line of every verse of that song. And I put my cough sweets on top of it.
But she didn't cough, did she? Look on the bright side.
No, and I got it all right. You've nicked me water.
I know. I've got a glass of water somewhere and put it down. I've got no idea where it is. It's over there, son. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
It's his age, you know. Thank you, dear.
Andrew Wilson in charge of catering, ladies and gentlemen. That man. What a star.
At which point,
If
it's
it had been
probably
beer, he'd have drank
appropriate
that.
for us to say thanks ever such a lot to everybody who's helped out getting this together, especially Susie, who was on the door and was here with us at lunchtime and sorting you all out. Yay! And Sarah and Mark on the raffle, and all the team behind the bar.
Yeah, Rod for letting us in at 11 o'clock this morning to start and sort this out. Yeah.
And hear us swearing and getting upset.
That's one thing. God's got his own back on me. I was trying to get the stuff sorted out earlier on, and my language was a bit choice. And I stepped behind this banner and smacked my head on the cross. So, nice one, God. Thank you very much indeed. Fair enough. To be fair, I had it coming. I definitely had it coming. This, I saw Kelly earlier on. I used to work with Kelly. I don't know where she is now. She's about somewhere. Oh, you're still in. She's still.
Somebody let a cat in.
You've stayed. But I used to work with Kelly years ago at Harrison House, and well, just in the run up to getting made redundant because we knew it was going. This is the song I wrote, and it's all about just taking a chance, taking a leap of faith, and seeing where it leads you. It's called Cutting Free.
Please feel free to join in. It doesn't even have to be the same song. Just
It don't bother us, let's be honest, does it? I'm looking down a long winding road, where it's leading me I really do not know, but I'm too old to question it and too foolish to care. It's all about the traveling, it's not so much the getting there.
and step by rocky step. I feel like jumping in the water. I don't care about the depth. I'm brushing off the cobwebs and I'm lacing up my shoes. Damn the manuals and instructions, I have no time to lose. I'm on the moon, I'm on the moon. New shoots on old branches, new moves to old dances, pushing out into an open sea. Oh, lucky me, I'm cutting free.
I never dreamed I'd find these wings. Though they're battered and they're rusty, it doesn't mean a thing. I'm getting lighter by the second. I'm staring at the sky, no reason why I cannot fly. New shoots on old branches, new moves to old dances, pushing out into an open sea. Oh, lucky me, I'm cutting free. I have no maps, I have no plans. I have no idea if this ship will ever make dry land. I'm casting off the routines that for years have held me sway. I'm on my way, I'm on my way. New shoots on old branches, new moves to old dances, pushing out into an open sea. Oh, lucky me, I'm cutting free. I'm cutting free. I'm cutting free.
Thank you very much.
Now, back in the summer, we did a gig in the garden of the Duke of Boot, the Duke of Wellington in Lessingham Village, just up the road. And we thought, yeah, I know,
Yay.
quite a few of you there. We thought that we'd been set up because a certain person who's sniggering in the corner now loves this next song. And we said, no, we're not doing it.
God, she's a miserable soul as well. She's such a
And
misery.
then somebody else in the audience shouted out for it. And we just assumed that Sarah had set this lady up to ask for this song, but she hadn't, apparently. But we're going to do it anyway. Yeah. So this is the one where you do need to join in.
Yeah, please
really.
join in. It'd be great if you do. It's a song about death, as you'd expect. But if you can sing the chorus with a smile on your face, I'll be amazed, ladies and gentlemen, really. But give it a go. I wrote it donkeys years ago. It's all about the battle for Tumbledown Mountain in the Falklands War. I'd read it. Some people have asked me if I was there, but I was never there. Does
this man look like a soldier?
Well, you would have only seen the back of me, I can guarantee you that. There would have been a cloud of dust and I'd have been at the front of it. That would have been it. But I read a magazine article all about the battle for Tumbledown Mountain, and this is where the song came from.
The weird thing is, you were playing it in a pub in Grantham, and there were some squaddies who were waiting for a train at Grantham railway station who had been there, and they thought that Dave must have been.
Yeah, because they said that because of the song, the chorus, there's a storm around Tumbledown tonight, so now you know it. It's that easy. But I sort of set it to a storm and didn't realise that there was actually a storm going on. And these lads told me that there was a horrendous storm happening at the time, but which wasn't widely reported. So
Did you just say wildly reported?
I probably did. Yeah. Thank Christ that live feed's not working, eh? Because I can deny all of this afterwards. Yeah,
You are my
widely
witnesses.
reported. He's only 19, young and so keen he couldn't wait. Sailing out with the boys, all the cheers and the noise, he didn't hesitate. He finished his training and he knew what to do. It's just like an exercise, home in a week, maybe two. And the rain clouds gathered as they were landing. They were told, here's the test. Said we're headed for Tumbledown. Come on boys, do your best. For there's glory in victory, it's there for the taking. You'll all be remembered, it's history we're making. And still the rain clouds gather. There's a storm around Tumbledown tonight. Lovely.
Bless you.
There's a storm around Tumbledown tonight. And the shells cracked like thunder, all around them they fell. The bullets poured down on them like a rainstorm from hell. What am I doing here? He asked himself why. I'm only 19, Lord, I'm too young to die. And still the rain clouds gather. There's a storm around Tumbledown tonight. There's a storm around Tumbledown tonight. An Argentine bullet, so swift and so true. It ended that poor boy's life in a second or two. Now he'll no more suffer the fear and the pain. He'll never no more see the shores of England again. And still the rain clouds gather. There's a storm around Tumbledown tonight. 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 Oh, tonight. Well sung, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. So we're back to the new song. He's running away. Which, for those of you who know the new album, you'll know what's coming. This song has a chorus. It starts with the chorus, please join in. It's called The Angry Mother. And all I'm saying is, every word is true. I'll give it 6 months. You've got nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause you never give in. And when it's all done and you come running home crying, I'll still be your mother, but I've never liked him. You had a good life, you had all that you needed, a husband who loved you so steady and strong. But it wasn't enough, settled down didn't suit you. Seeking adventure, you found it in song. I'll give it 6 months, you've got nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause you never give in. And when it's all done and you come running home crying, I'll still be your mother, but I've never liked him. Where did I go wrong? I tried so hard to raise you, to teach you my ways, how to be a good wife. But you never would listen, you always knew better. Now I'll just have to watch as you ruin your life. But I'll give it 6 months, you've got nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause you never give in. And when it's all done and you come running home crying, I'll still be your mother, but I've never liked him. If your father was here, he'd be blowing a gasket. And when he was mad, who knows what he could do? He was wild, he was foreign, and God knows I loved him. I can still see his smile when I'm looking at you. But I'll give it 6 months, you've got nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause you never give in. And when it's all done and you come running home crying, I'll still be your mother, but I've never liked him. Fast forward in time, nearly 30 years later, I wonder what Mary would make of the scene. For we're still here together and many years married, still laughing, still singing, still living the dream. But she gave us 6 months, we had nothing in common. Or maybe a year, 'cause I never give in. And I went home often, both laughing and crying. And just as a footnote, she really loved him. Thank you. So for those of you that don't know, the angry mother in question clearly was mine.
She was angry and all.
My mother was 4'10", 5 stone dripping wet, of firebrand. And
See where you get it from.
I should explain, and apologies to those of you who have heard this before on the live streams, but the bit about my dad. My mum came from the Isle of Lewis off the northwest coast of Scotland. My dad was from the mainland. Therefore, he was foreign, as far as my mother's family were concerned. And she could still see his smile when she's looking at me. I am very like my dad in lots of ways. And for the rest, my dad died very young, sadly. But for the rest of her life, whenever I did something that my mother liked, she used to say, "You're your father's daughter." And whenever I did something she didn't like, she would say, "You're just like your father." I rest my case.
This is the truth as well. I genuinely won her over by fixing a tap. She had a dripping tap and I fixed it, and all of a sudden she realised there's value in this relationship. I'll get on with him.
She had a dripping tap. She went away to my brother's for the weekend. And when she came back, Dave had been, because she wouldn't have anything to do with him, Dave had been and fixed the tap. And again, apologies to those of you who've heard this before, but I was then she lived in Grantham for the last years of her life, and I was going over to Grantham the following week, and she said, "Oh, you're coming in to see me?" I said, "Well, I can't, because I'll have Dave with me." And she said, "You can bring him if you like." It gets better.
That was open arms as far as she was concerned. It really was.
So I took him. I wasn't missing up on this opportunity. And we walked into the kitchen, and she genuinely looked at me, and she looked at him, and she looked at me, and she said, "Does he want tea or coffee?" And I said, "I don't know, Ma. He speaks English. You can ask him." And so she asked him, and I don't know what it was he chose. And she then looked at me and she said, "Does he take sugar?"
She did. Absolute truth. Absolute truth.
One of my favourite photographs. Andy, stand up and let people see how big you are. I have a photo, I think it was from Dave's 50th birthday, of
You're
my
all
mum
thinking, he's not 50, is he?
dancing with Andy. And she came up to about his waist. No, you weren't this big. You were that big, but you weren't that. I'm sorry, mate. You said it.
Oh, no. Oh, well, that gets... that
And
hand
how
out.
dare you imply that your father was 50, 20 years ago as well?
Yeah, thanks, pal, yeah. Yeah, anyway, on that note, we'll leave you with this song.
No, we won't.
Won't we?
No.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Yeah, we'll do a couple more, and then we'll get to the bar. Yeah, this is kind of fitting after that last song. This is the gospel truth. It's a love song I genuinely wrote for my lovely wife here, and I wrote it for all the times that I screw up.
It's not enough.
Clearly not, no. And I know a few of you have heard this, but I did think it was quite ironic because I've changed the key and I got Kip to sing it, so it sounds like she's the one who's screwing up all the time. But she does sing it better than I ever could. This is for Sue. I just realised there's half a dozen Sues in the audience, and it's for all of you.
This is for Cougar Sue, but you know who you are.
Cougar Sue? She related to Donkey Dave?
Why is it when I have nothing to say, I insist on saying it anyway? Why don't I learn to keep my opinions to myself? Get lost in my own little troubles, they mean bugger all to you. What's no more than a grain of sand becomes a mountain when it's in my hand. It's not Monday morning, but I'm feeling sore. We've both been down this road before. We'll pass this way again. I say it's all you, but I know that's not true. I've only to look in the mirror to see who's been the fool. I know that I'm lucky. Your patience, it is strong. For all of my frailties, we still get along. What I'm trying to do is tell you that I'm sorry. I'm trying to say the right words without tripping on my tongue. But as you'd expect, get it all round my neck. But that's me, yeah, it's just me. Know that I'm lucky. Your patience, it is strong. For all of my frailties, we still get along. Every now and then I catch a shadow falling. Know that it's coming, and I know that it will pass. Time and time again I find myself stalling. You know that I love you, but you should not have to ask. Me, I'm so lucky, yeah. Your patience, it is strong. For all of my frailties, we still get along. We still get along.
That's the last one.
You see, you'd almost forgive him, wouldn't you? Almost.
I'll tell you what's really good fun when you're singing that song. I just did it. I just stared straight in Steve Down's eyes when I sang You Know That I Love You. The terror on his face was fantastic. Yeah, this is the last one for this for this first set. And please avail yourselves of the bar. They've got some wonderful ales over there. It really does look very inviting.
It would be a shame not to drink them all,
Wouldn't it
wouldn't
just? Yeah. And we'll have about 20-minute break, and then the raffle, is it?
Yeah, we'll have a 20-minute break, and then we
20-minute
will draw the raffle prizes, and there will be a stampede towards the table over there. For those of you who haven't seen or bought raffle tickets yet, there's a bottle of Bollinger. Thank you very much to Patricia and Tony for that one. There's a bottle of whiskey. There's quite a lot of wine. There's all sorts of other goodies.
Thank you to everybody who's donated. We really do appreciate it. It's been great. And yeah, we'll leave you with this song. I wrote this song about a year last June, something like that, because at the last May last year, there was the 75th anniversary celebrations of VE Day. And as much as we could celebrate, there was like little street parties and things like that, but nobody could actually get together. He was sort of waving to people over the other side of the street and that sort of
Except we've got a wood over the other side of our
thing.
street.
Yeah, he was waving to the robins
But
and
we
things
did
like that.
we did sort of go up and down and meet the neighbours
did.
in their front gardens, and they were getting drunk in their front gardens, and we were getting drunk in ours.
That's
Really,
a sensible thing to do. So we got the tables and chairs out and sat in our front garden and
Yeah.
had a few drinks, didn't we? Yeah. But a few days after that, it just got me thinking about the heroes of our current time and what we've been through, and because we were rightly celebrating those heroes from back then. And I did a little bit of research, and a gentleman by the name of Dr. Adil El-Taya was the first NHS employee to die of coronavirus. And Mr. El-Taya had actually retired previously. He was a consultant surgeon, I believe. I might have got that
I
wrong.
think he was an orthopaedic surgeon actually.
And he, as many more did, they volunteered to come back to work, and he was working in an A&E department in West Midlands. And we know how it ended. And so I wrote this as a thank you to him, but also to everybody who's done their bit in getting us through this. I know we're not through it yet, but we're a good way down the line.
Mr.
Anyway.
El-Taya's two children are also both doctors in the NHS, and we're both back at work on the front line just a couple of weeks later. That takes courage, I
It's
think.
called First to Fall. Celebrations down our street and all across the land. Bunting on the garden gate in tribute to the common man. Respect to all the heroes, every Jack and Jill and Joe, who answered when the nation called to fight the evil foe. This then set me thinking about the heroes of our time. Once more a deadly enemy came threatening our lives. Step forward, doctors, nurses, carers, one and all. A different kind of army came in answer to our call. Dr. Adil El-Taya was the first to lose his life. Working on the front line, he paid too dear a price. Doing what he'd studied hard for and trained for many years. A man who made his family proud and worthy of the nation's tears. He'd not ask you where you came from, no concern for where you've been. Whatever flag you might be waving made no difference to him. In the service of all others, like many more, he did his best. In the service of all others, he took his final breath. Dr. El-Taya was the first to fall, but many more have passed. A melting pot of heroes, giving more than we've a right to ask. Wherever you may come from, whatever colour, race or creed, we thank you for your sacrifice in this our hour of need. But they'll not ask you where you come from, no concern for where you've been. Whatever flag you might be waving makes no difference to them. In the service of all others, like came in answer to our call. With respect to each and every one, we thank you, one and all. Thank you very much. We'll see you in a bit. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. Oh, fill up your glasses, I'll sing you a song of a hard-drinking man whose days are long gone. Born out of wedlock, born for the sea, a writer, a scholar, Jack London was he. From humble beginnings, Jack did alright, a good man to have by your side in a fight. He stood by the Unions and marched with the men from Auckland to Washington, back home again. Said I'd rather be ashes than dust, to burn like a comet than slowly to rust. Better to shout like a madman than fade with a hush. I'd rather be ashes than dust. Oh, I'd rather be ashes than dust. He said life's for living, you're long enough dead. I'll be topping the waves while you're rotting in bed. There's a sloop in the harbour and the tide it won't wait. You can trust in your gods, I'll trust in my fate. For I'd rather be ashes than dust, to burn like a comet than slowly to rust. Better to shout like a madman than fade with a hush. I'd rather be ashes than dust. Oh, I'd rather be ashes than dust. Gold digger, a writer, a jailbird, a crook, a pirate, a boxer, our Jack pushed his luck. A hunter, a drinker till his dying day. Old age wouldn't have him, Jack went his own way. There's a green mossy stone marks his last resting place, but I bet if you look there you'll not find a trace. He'll be digging for gold, he'll be shooting the stars. Oh, here's to Jack London wherever you are. For I'd rather be ashes than dust, to burn like a comet than slowly to rust. Better to shout like a madman than fade with a hush. I'd rather be ashes than dust. Oh, I'd rather be ashes than dust. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now,
Just one little thing. Can everybody hear it okay?
it's a bit bloody late now to ask.
Well,
if
you know, I just thought I would. I was trying to show my care inside there.
As I say, it's a bit late now.
Okay, just one thing. Can we have a huge round of applause and congratulations to Julie and Cole for it's their 39th wedding anniversary? Yay!
These next two songs are both older ones as well, as was that Ashes and Dust. I want to dedicate these two songs to Ellie. Where is she? Where's
Indeed.
Ellie?
Ace cricketer Ellie, by the way.
Yeah, ace cricketer Ellie. who has managed to stay awake. Well, I think I couldn't not seen. You might have been asleep over there, Ellie, and I couldn't see. Ellie's played 5 games of cricket today.
Hey.
But I just happened to know that these are a couple of her favourite songs. This first one tells the story of the ship that my great-great-uncle Callum emigrated on. On the 21st of April 1923, he sailed out of Stornoway, bound for Canada, on board the SS Metagamma. And there is a chorus, and we'd love you to sing it, basically because I'm bored rigid of it, quite frankly.
No, you've been in fine voice. You really have. Yeah.
Oh, you're talking to them? I thought
in.
you meant
I'm
me.
not talking to you, no. Yes, really, no.
Tell the people the chorus to the song, darling.
The chorus is, look at me now. I forgot the flipping second line.
I'm 1,000 miles.
Look at me now, I'm 1,000 miles from home, on board the Metagamma, ploughing through the foam. My heart it aches for Lewis.
That's the island in Scotland, not the town in Sussex.
My mother and my dad, but I'd cross the rolling ocean for my handsome farmer lad. Yeah, it's enough to make you puke, isn't it? But yeah, please join in, that'd be great. It's, we are in church, it'd be great to hear your voices.
Strong farmers' lads were wanting, that's what the paper said. The soil is soft and fertile, it'll keep your children fed. His eyes lit like a beacon, sold at once was he. If you love me, then you'll follow, for it's Canada for me. Look at me now, I'm 1,000 miles from home.
Wonderful.
On board the Metagamma, ploughing through the foam. My heart it aches for Lewis, my mother and my dad.
But I cross the rolling ocean for my handsome farmer lad.
He told me I was beautiful when I was just 16. A rose cannot compare with you, my darling, sweet Christine. I was caught hook, line and sinker by his good looks and his charms. Now I'm bound for Canada and working on the farm. Look at me now, I'm 1,000 miles from home, on board the Metagamma, ploughing through the foam. My heart it aches for Lewis, my mother and my dad.
But I cross the rolling ocean for my handsome farmer lad.
I'm not alone upon this voyage, there's me and hundreds more. The wild Atlantic Ocean is the opening of the door. Prosperity is waiting, there's riches to be had.
But I struck gold the day I met my handsome farmer lad. Look at me now, I'm 1,000 miles from home, on board the Metagama, ploughing through the foam. My heart it aches for Lewis, my mother and my dad. But I'd cross the rolling ocean for my handsome farmer lad.
Well, so lovely.
I'm losing this now, aren't I? Do you want to tell the rest of the story, babe?
You never had it in the first place, sweet pea, but yeah, she was seen off by her mum and her dad, her brother Stephen and her auntie, and she was going to meet her husband-to-be, William. And I wrote this song for May, and but it was from the point of view of her younger brother Stephen, who back then, would probably never think he would ever see his sister again, which to some may be a blessing, I don't know. But it's called Grateful for the Rain. All right, switched on. Good.
What would you know, it was pouring with rain. I never asked why, but forever it seemed there were clouds in the sky, gunmetal grey, choking the sun day after day. My mother, my father, my auntie and I gathered on the dockside to say our goodbyes. I carried the bags for my sweet sister May, and I wondered if I'd see her again. Billy boy, oh Billy boy, you'd better treat her good. There's not a single drop of bitterness that flows within her blood. Billy boy, oh Billy boy, stay faithful and stay true. My sweet sister May's Calgary bound for the love of you. There was laughter and cheers as the ship pulled away. Hard as I tried, I could not be brave. I shouted and waved and the tears filled my eyes. Grateful I was for the rain. Billy boy, oh Billy boy, you'd better treat her good. There's not a single drop of bitterness that flows within her blood. Billy boy, oh Billy boy, stay faithful and stay true. My sweet sister May's Calgary bound for the love of you.
Stephen, oh Stephen, you have no need to fret. I love your sister dearly, and happy we are wed. Our life it isn't easy, but we're young and we are strong. give us your blessing, for together we belong. Billy boy, oh Billy boy, you'd better treat her good. There's not a single drop of bitterness that flows within her blood. Billy boy, oh Billy boy, stay faithful and stay true. My sweet sister May's Calgary bound for the love of you.
This is another song off the new album, and I have to say, this is one of my favourites.
Oh, no pressure then.
It's called Pity Me.
Grandfather's way, it was different to mine. He'd an eye for the ladies, the whiskey, the wine. My grandmother said he was naught but a swine, and his thug of a son was no better. So I took to the road at just 13 years old. There's Romany blood set fast in these bones. 'Neath the wide open sky was where I felt at home. How different back in the day. Pity me, pity me, for the life of a rover. It's not what it seems. Pity me, pity me, how I long for the lanes and the meadows. I was honest, I swear, as the day it is long. I didn't mind grafting to earn a few bob. Fair wages, fair trade for a decent day's toil. All I wanted was food on the table. But there's some that would rob you, and they'd do it in style. They'd rifle your pockets with the sweetest of smiles. They brought shame on the traveller. Now we're treated like dirt, worse than a poor lowly beggar. Pity me, pity me, for the life of a rover. It's not what it seems. Pity me, pity me, how I long for the lanes and the meadows. I've been kicked, I've been spat on and chased through the streets by those who believe they were better than me. Why did God give them eyes when they're too scared to see the reflection right there in the mirror? Pity me, pity me, for the life of a rover. It's not what it seems. Pity me, pity me, how I long for the lanes and the meadows. Pity me, pity me, for the life of a rover. It's not what it seems. Pity me, pity me, how I long for the lanes and the meadows.
First time I've ever done that live. I was sweating on that one, I've got to be honest. There's been several tonight, hasn't there?
Yeah. This is an older one. Was this on? It was on Far Off on the Horizon.
It was.
For every album, Dave tries to write a new blues song, just because I really, really like singing the blues. I've got plenty to sing the blues about, to be fair.
What would that be then, Sweet Pea? Don't answer that. No.
So this is called Tried and Tested. Just what was it you were looking for on that dark and stormy night? What was it you were needing? What did it take to put things right? Did you get a little hungry? Is it something that you do? You can always come back, babe, to the tried and the tested and the true. The sun is shining over yonder, always a step away. Don't be in such a hurry, babe, it will shine on you someday. You just need a little patience. The skies are turning blue. You know you can rely on the tried and the tested and the true. I've been down that rocky road, such a treacherous path. Don't step too close to the edge now, babe, 'cause it's a long and hard climb back. Wanna pass on some pearls of wisdom, take heed of my advice. Come this way but once, child, so you better think twice. Youth is wasted on the young, I heard somebody say. It takes years to get this stupid, that's the price I have to pay. I'm throwing you my riches. Are you picking up these clues? When you're looking for an answer, look for the tried and the tested and the true. Yeah, when you're looking for an answer, look for the tried and the tested and the true. So this is time, I think, for Sarah to get the tissues out. Sorry, love. We've been discussing earlier on which other songs that some of our friends like who've already heard the album, and this is the one that makes her cry.
I was.
I don't think it's the most miserable song at all.
Well, I think it's quite a nice song. Quite, well, cheerful for me anyway, just to be honest with you. But no, we were. I think it was first can't remember if it's the first time or second time we were touring in Australia, which was wonderful. We should have been back there earlier this year, but such is life, eh? And I was FaceTime. It might have been Andy actually. FaceTiming one of the kids, and it was sort of like morning back here, and it was night time over there. So whichever way round it worked, I can't quite remember. But one of us said good morning, and the other one said good night, and it just.
Was that? It wasn't the.
Wasn't the wallaby incident?
The wallaby
Might have been the
incident.
wallaby incident.
So we woke up in this amazing place in Upper Lansdowne, where we have stayed a couple of times with a fabulous couple who bought a parcel of land and then built an eco house on it. And so they lived in a shed while they built this house. In the centre of the house is a tree that was on the land. But all the way around the house is just glass. We woke up, there's no need for curtains because there's no neighbours. We woke up in the morning and Dave was FaceTiming Andy, and a group of wallabies came up to the bedroom window and were like looking in.
Wonderful.
So Dave turned his iPad round to show Andy the wallabies. And Andy went running upstairs and woke up his son. Look, Grandad's got wallabies.
You can get some cream for that, you know. But anyway.
Poor Harry. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah, it's cool. I wish you good morning, you wish me good night. It might be the other way around. I can't actually remember, but it'll work out. I was watching the sunset and you were watching it rise. So many miles between us and we're staring at the same sky. Now isn't that something? Something to do with how you love. Both of us at the same time, oh, staring up above. It's only time and distance that's keeping us apart. There'll always be a place for you. There's space within my heart, and it's not going anywhere. This love is locked in tight. You wish me good morning, and I'll keep wishing you good night. Once again I find that I am far, far away, and as so often it leaves me wishing. There's so much to discover, there's so many sights to see, but still I ponder on the ones that I am missing. Oh, I treasure every phone call, every message that you send, all the updates on the kids, the gossip from my friends. I'm still holding you close, forever in my sight. Keep on wishing me good morning, and I keep wishing you good night. You keep on wishing me good morning, and I keep wishing you good night. Thank you. So this song, well, put it this way, Francoise is on the front row, and I don't think I'd get past her if I didn't sing it. Not with any teeth, anyway.
No. So Dave wrote this years ago and didn't really know why, and then thought afterwards that it was probably because we'd both recently read the book Philomena. And most people have seen the film. Has anybody else read the book? Read it. It tells, yeah, you have, yeah. It tells much more of the son's story. They're both equally good, but just come from a different angle. But anyway, this is kind of our take on it. Song's called "Is It True That His Eyes Are Like Mine?" Sorry. Do you know of a traveler called Michael? I'm told that he settled round here, quite a lad in his day, handsome rogue, so they say. Used to wear a gold ring in his ear. He was a good one at shoeing the horses. With a hammer and tack he was fine. He followed the fairs, drinking hard, trading wares. I heard tell that his eyes are like mine. I was a young thing, not yet 17. So much to learn, and yes, I was keen. Trouble, it found me as ever it does. But whatever I did it for love. 30 years, and still I am searching. I still grieve for what's taken away. What was done for the best brought peace to the rest. But for me, there's a price yet to pay. Yes, I pay a hard price every day. I was a young thing, not yet 17. So much to learn, and yes, I was keen. Trouble, it found me as ever it does. But whatever I did it for love. If you see Michael, please tell him I'm sorry. Maybe you're right, and I'm wasting my time. But there's never a day that I don't feel his pain. Is it true that his eyes are like mine? Please say it's true that his eyes are like mine.
And you thought that was miserable. The last time I actually stood up on this stage, I was delivering the eulogy to the best friend I ever had. And we've got him with us. And but no, it wouldn't be right without to not mention Rog. He was a huge friend of mine, big
And
influence
huge
on me
nose.
as
Oh, sorry.
big
No,
nose,
is that not what you said?
Yeah. No.
No, it was. Roger was one of those people that whose personality preceded him into every room. And so did his
As
nose.
did his nose. I know where you're going with that now, yeah. But, yeah, we've got his sister Sue with us, and we've got his wife Sue with us tonight as well, and which is great. But I wrote this song for Roger, and it finishes the album off. That's not really the right term, is it? It's the last track. It's the last track on the album. And we're going to finish with this song tonight. It just seems fitting. It just seems right. And Roger was a big country music fan. I always remember I'd moved away. I ran away for a time. I lived for 5 years in Newark, 20 minutes down the road. That was running away as far as I was concerned. And I phoned him up to see if he fancied a jam, because I'd not seen him for several months. And he said, well, yeah, I do, mate. He said, but I'm into country now, you know. And it's all right. I'm sure you can get medication. We'll do a bit of it. I don't mind, you know. But he introduced me to some really good stuff. And so I wrote this song very much, well, I was thinking about him, no doubt about it. It's called Once More for the Old Times. And we'll leave you with this.
Unless you know better.
Before we do, can we just again have a huge round of applause for everybody who's helped out set this up tonight? We really do appreciate it. And what's really been fantastic is the miles some of you people have done to get here. We really are honoured. It's very humbling.
It's a treat. It really is. I mean, it's lovely always to get in front of an audience again, but to get in front of so much love as well has just been fab.
And see and put some faces to a lot of the names of the people who we've seen crop up on the Facebook feeds and all this sort of thing. It's been really great, and you've made a tremendous effort. Thank you very much indeed. Give yourselves a round of applause, please. And I've just realised I meant to do a cheat sheet for this song, and I didn't do the damn cheat sheet. But I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll give it a go. Once more for the old times. Lately I've been singing some old country song, where they come from. Oh, I don't know. Might be they've slipped down here from some dusty shelf, or was it someone else singing soft and low? But I sing them and I smile, and I swear that there's a foot somewhere that's tapping out of time. If you're lonely, come and sit a while, and let's share a rhyme once more for the old time. I remember laughter that shook the room, a sonic boom, blew our cares away. Howling like madmen on the harbor wall, before the darkness called. Brighter days. Yes, I get angry and I get sad, but most of that I'm grateful for every hour we had. If you're lonely, come and sit a while, and let's share a ride once more for the old times. All that faith and belief, somehow it let you down. Oh, I have heard the sound of a breaking heart. But if I'm wrong and there is someone up above, well, maybe all that trust, it must have made its mark. It's thanks to you I walk with open arms. It's so much easier to smile than it is to wear a frown. And if you're lonely, come and sit a while, and let's share a ride once more for the old times. Once more for the old times. Roger.
Thank you.
Thank you. Did you really think we wouldn't?
I've said this scores of times, we would have chased you down the street and sang at you. We'd have still done another one.
And at our age, getting off the stage and coming back on again is just too
Take an
much
age.
bloody effort, quite frankly.
Take an age.
We're going to leave you with a silly one. This is also on the new album.
I think
Shall we just say I took a little persuading?
Yeah, I think she's warming to it. She's warming to it. I think this is a great philosophy in life. If ever you're not sure about, or you find yourself in a bit of a sticky situation, just ask yourself, what would Johnny Cash do now? Well, you know, I think that's fair. Yeah, that's Roger again. Yeah, the boy got me again.
So if you know any of it, just join. Even if you don't, just join in, whatever.
Well, you've just got every now and again, just shout out, what would Johnny Cash do now? That would be great if you would. And if you've bought the album, man, I went to town on this. I had such a ball. Such a ball.
I didn't want to write a sad song, but that's how it goes. They say you should write about the things that you know. I've been listening to some tunes from the Man in Black that thought he must have known me from way, way back. He He got my number, he got me nailed. While I was watching TV, he was blazing a trail. I didn't have much cool of my own, so I borrowed someone else's. I stole some charisma, yes I am that selfish. It worked for a while. I had a boy on each arm. It didn't take them long to see through my transparent charm. I like to go out drinking, but I don't have the money. Feel like crying in the rain, but it's too damn sunny. If I were a boxer, they'd throw in the towel. Tell me this, what would Johnny Cash do now?
You got it.
A friend once told me I was trying too hard. He said, just be yourself, don't be playing charades. But when I looked in the mirror, I just couldn't see. Who the hell was I supposed to be? Well, my passport says Scotland, my heart's in Tennessee. I'm in need of the big man and his mighty hand. It's a tortured path to the promised land. I need his guidance to show me how. Oh, tell me this, what would Johnny Cash do now? You have to walk a lot of miles to learn these lessons, from the gospel according to country and western. It's a well-worn path, hillbillies, drugs and booze. I'll give it 5 more years, then I'll be singing the blues. I'd like to go out drinking, but I don't have the money. Feel like crying in the rain, but it's too damn sunny. If I were a boxer, they'd throw in the towel. Tell me this, what would Johnny Cash do now? Oh, tell me this, what would Johnny Cash do now?
Brilliant, thank you.
Well sung, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers. Thank you. Get off. Get off. Get off. You all right? Okay. One more, definitely. This is definitely the last one. Definitely the last one.
And you have to sing.
Yeah.
Not that that's been a problem, has it?
No.
Can I just say, during that last song, you couldn't see it, but I could see Rod was out in the corridor dancing.
Good man. There's still life in the old dog yet. The wiser you are, the older you get. Shout out every day when you get out of bed. There's still life in the old dog yet. You can sing that and then we're off this stage, I promise you. Don't start like that. 30 years I'd given them when I was shown the door. My boss never got to say goodbye.
They gave him the push just a fortnight before, and I can't deny it crippled me. It all came as such a shock. No matter how I tried, I couldn't help but cry the last time that I punched the clock. £10,000 redundancy. They said I could retrain. I blew the whole lot on a college course. I was trying to get back to work again. 50 grand a year, they said, but it all came down to naught. It's a young man's game and you're past your prime. No one said it, but I know what they thought. But there's still life in the old dog yet. The wiser you are, the older you get. Shout out every day when you get out of bed. There's still life in the old dog yet. Wonderful. Well, Job Centre Plus was my second home. I'd call in every day, wouldn't leave them alone. Time and again they'd send me in a rage. We've got nothing here for a bloke of your age. Well, I didn't give in, I was a total pain. And perseverance, it bought its gains. I've got steady work, though I don't make a mint. But it beats being at home, and it beats being scared. And there's still life in the old dog yet. The wiser you are, the older you get. Shout out every day when you get out of bed. There's still life in the old dog yet. Now I'm up every morning away on my bike. It isn't all fun, but it suits me alright. One day at a time, it's all you can ask. I'm living each one as if it were my last. So keep ducking and diving, sail with the breeze. Don't let them drag you down onto your knees. Roll with the punches and don't lose that grin. Come out fighting again and again and again. 'Cause there's still life in the old dog yet. The wiser you are, the older you get. Shout out every day when you get out of bed. There's still life in the old dog yet. The wiser you are, the older you get. Shout out every day when you get out of bed. There's still life in the old dog yet. Thank you. Thanks very much. Thank you. Thank you. Oh. Thanks. Thank you very much. Cheers. Bye-bye.